to your point, and even when we were talking about to stay on the Miami card, like Paddy Pimblet's development.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to give credit to Paddy, not only Paddy, but his coaching staff. Like they developed some good tactics and new techniques and things that he's done better since his last time out. You know, he really looked a lot better.
I agree with that. Big time.
How do you guys determine preparation in terms of someone's like, you said this on one of the last podcasts, someone has striking and Buchecha was like, well, I'll just keep working on jiu-jitsu. I know my game. If it goes down to the floor, I'm going to just make sure I fine-tune it. I don't want to lose that. But a lot of fighters will know what someone is having a strength in or having a weakness in. Obviously, Rampage has his own opinion on this. How do you determine someone's technique, but knowing that they're becoming better? Is that something you want to test? Like a Paddy Pimblet. Like he was obviously testing his new, let's call it strengths and weaknesses. He's testing his new strengths against Chandler, and obviously it showed. His cardio was insane. No one was expecting that.
Yeah.
Striking was insane. No one was expecting that. And then the way he was able to kind of step into his own, like the confidence level was at an all-time high. Seemed like everything about him was new. So how do you even analyze that as a coach?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good questions there, and I think first and foremost, like what TJ alluded to, as a coach and as a competitor, after every fight, win, lose, or draw, we need to sit down and go over and look at things that we can develop outside of camp and get better at. What holes can we fill in the off season? That's super important, because if you're still coming out and putting the same thing on tape and you're not really developing new tactics, techniques, and procedures, then we're missing the boat, especially in a 8-week off season, right? I think there's a lot there. So when Buchecha being who he is, and he's not going to learn anything new in jiu-jitsu that's going to take him to a new level. It's going to take him 10 years to get 1% better. But if he just completely focused on his striking in a 3-year period, he's going to jump leaps and bounds exponentially in things that he does. So, but for me, I think like it's important to identify those things, and not only identify them, if there's areas that like I can't coach them or I can't teach them, we go cross train.
Beautiful. I love to hear that.
Yeah,
that's also something that said on the 314 breakdown, is that your willingness to learn other techniques, right?
Yeah.
Learn from other coaches and learn from, like, you're learning just as much as Dan's learning.
That's
right?
the best part about it, and I think that's what keeps our relationship fresh. But on the cutting edge is that we're like, when he goes out and trains with Trevor, or he goes out and trains with Henry or somebody, right? It's like, all right, whatever you're learning, bring it back, and we'll develop into what we like to do. And